Chapter 11, Unit 1, The National Symbol. Section A2. Now listen to the conversation.
Who can tell me what Cambodia's flag looks like?
It's red and blue, with a picture in the middle.
Yes, Bora. But what's the picture of?
Isn't it Angkor Wat?
Yes, that's right. But Angkor Wat's an historical building. Why is it currently on our flag?
Well, though Angkor Wat was built more than 800 years ago, it's still our national symbol.
So, why was Angkor Wat built?
Nobody really knows why it was built, but we know that Suryavarman II, who was a Khmer king in the 12th century, ordered its construction. King Suryavarman II was a Hindu, and the temple has 5 towers, which match the shape of Mount Meru, a very important mountain in the Hindu religion.
But Cambodia is a Buddhist country.
Yes, most Cambodians follow Buddhism now, but before Cambodia became a Buddhist country, it had been Hindu for centuries. When Angkor Wat was built, Angkor was the Khmer capital. It remained so until the 15th century, when it was abandoned and the capital moved south to the Phnom Penh area.
What happened after Angkor was abandoned?
Before it was finally abandoned, Angkor had declined considerably. The jungle slowly invaded Angkor year by year until most of the city was covered. Angkor had been forgotten for generations before it was rediscovered in the 19th century.
Chapter 11, Unit 2, A Tour of Angkor Wat. Section A3. Listen to the story and conversation.
Mr. Kim Niak has travelled to Siem Reap, and now his friend, Mr. Van Daan, is showing him around Angkor Wat.
Part 1.
OK, we're now at the main entrance to Angkor Wat, which is on the west side of the temple.
The west side? Isn't it more normal for temples to have their entrances on the east?
Yes, it is. It's impossible to know exactly, but experts think that the builders who created Angkor Wat arranged the building in this way to fit in with the rest of the city and also with the river which lies close to the east. Remember, when Angkor Wat was built, Angkor was already a city that covered a huge area. Let's walk along the path, across the water and up to the outside wall.
Part 2.
Now we're passing through the west gate of the temple's outside wall. From this point, you have the best view possible of the whole temple.
Wow, it really is an enormous building.
Angkor Wat is the largest and, some people say, the most beautiful example of a formal Khmer building that we know of. It's one of the largest religious constructions in the whole world.
How large is it?
Well, the outside wall measures 1 kilometre from west to east, by 800 metres from north to south. From the main entrance, across the water to the base of the towers, is a total of 570 metres, and the height of the main tower is 65 metres.
Part 3.
This is the west entrance of the inside wall. This wall is one side of a kind of hall, which goes all around the central towers. The roof is supported by columns which are made of stone, and the walls are decorated with pictures from the Ramayana.
What type of stone was used to create Angkor Wat?
Sandstone mostly, which is thought to have been cut from Phnom Kulen and brought here by river. At the time of Angkor, stone was only used to build temples. People, even kings, lived in wooden houses.
Chapter 11, Unit 3, Sophie's Dream. Section A2. Now listen to the story and dialogue. After her father's lesson about Angkor Wat, Sophie wondered what life was actually like when Angkor was at the height of its power. So she borrowed a book on the subject from a friend, and as soon as she got home, sat down under a tree to read it. While she was reading, however, she fell asleep.
Sophie, what are you doing? Wake up!
Oh, what time is it, Ratsmay?
It's after 6 o'clock, and it'll be dark soon. Why are you sleeping outside like this? Dad's worried.
Oh, I just had the most wonderful dream. Guess what it was about?
Oh, you're capable of dreaming about anything. I don't know.
Well, it was about ancient times when Angkor was a great city. I was watching a ceremony at Angkor Wat. The royal family and other important people were inside, and the temple was looking really wonderful. The whole building was painted bright red and gold.
Were you watching all this on television?
Oh, come on, Ratsmay. It was the 12th century, and televisions weren't invented until the 20th.
Weren't they? So, what did you see then?
An animal was being killed on a stage made of bricks, high up so that we could all see. It must have been a sacrifice.
A sacrifice? But Buddhists don't kill animals.
No, of course not, but Angkor Wat wasn't Buddhist then. It was first built as a Hindu temple.
But how could you know all that in your dream?
I don't know, but I did. It seemed more like reality than a dream. How do I know that this is reality?
Well, it is, Sophie. And I think we should go inside now before it gets dark.